But first, we are just hours away from a possible government shutdown. If it happens, it could take a toll on some of the most vulnerable people in Nevada.
Well, the shutdown could take money away from those who need it most. And 13 investigative reporter Joe Bartels is here right now to show you the alarming new report that's raising some concerns, Joe.
Todd and Tricia, 28. That is how many people were killed by the hands of someone they thought they knew or loved in 2017 in Nevada. Groups that hope to save lives here in the Silver State say sadly there isn't enough money or resources to help everybody who needs it.
This is a horrific event which we never imagined would happen, nor do we ever wish it upon anyone.
Her name is Michaela Reiner. Beautiful, sweet, vivacious.
On August 3rd, this community lost a beautiful young woman to an act of violence.
Michaela, just 21 years old, was stabbed to death by her ex-boyfriend in 2017. Brandon Hansen has since been convicted of murder. He was angry over their breakup.
We in Nevada have never been able to meet the full need of victims of domestic violence in this state.
Lisa Lynn Chapman with the Nevada Coalition to End Domestic and Sexual Violence is extremely concerned. All of the funding for resources, programs, and shelters in Nevada comes from a variety of different means, but most comes from government grant funding.
Right now, we're concerned whether or not they're going to shut down and whether or not some of the grants that our programs operate on, all of our member programs operate on, are going to be stopped during the shutdown.
A possible government shutdown and at worst, a prolonged delay in government funds means trouble for victim advocates. The coalition released its annual report painting a rather dark picture of Nevada's available help.
Grants are shrinking on a regular basis. We do have designated funding here, but it's not nearly enough.
Chapman says the violence is getting worse. Of the 28 victims killed by the hands of someone they were closely connected to in 2017, the report showing the majority were killed by gunfire. 19% died from stab wounds.
In Las Vegas, we have 2 confidential domestic violence shelters, and that's it, with about 100 beds for 2 million people.
Chapman says for many, it's not too late, and there are groups waiting and willing to help. But for the victims, like Michaela, her family pleads for others to heed their warning.
If this message and horrific event will bring awareness and prevention to even one case, Michaela's life and death will have not passed in vain.
Joe Bartels, 13 Action News.